Kirby Canvas Curse released on the Nintendo DS way back in 2005 when the DS was scrounging for worthwhile games, because the launch lineup was honestly not the greatest. Canvas Curse broke that mold for Nintendo though, as it was one of the first games to really utilize the touchscreen of the system and show off new ways games could be experienced. Plus, it was well received by the critics, but one might have felt that it was just a one and done experiment, since there was no inkling of a sequel as the years continue to roll by. See what I did there? What better way to celebrate the 10th anniversary of Kirby Canvas Curse than to release a sequel? And that's exactly what we've got. Oddly enough, it's for the Wii U. But hey, who's complaining? Kirby and the Rainbow Curse is one enjoyable and cute ball of clay that just wouldn't look the same without the help of the Wii U. Kirby and the Rainbow Curse, of course, follows the footsteps of the one and only super tough Pink Puff as he sets out on a mission into the world of Seventopia to stop the evil Glacia who sucked all the color out of Dreamland. And here is where we are left with one of the most adorable and pitiful scenes in all of gaming. I just can't handle this. It's just too adorable. You dare touch Kirby's food and he becomes a living pink nightmare that is a force to be reckoned with. Kirby and the Rainbow Curse plays exclusively on the gamepad screen if you are going the Lone Ranger route in single player, and the controls are extremely simple and yet slightly difficult to master. Just like Canvas Curse, you will use your oh so handy and dandy stylus to draw rainbow ropes on the touchscreen that act as tracks for the Curbster to move along, because for this adventure he decides to roll. He has feet, but he just really wants to roll. I don't know why. Maybe he's trying to make a statement that he can overcome any challenge with ease, because he's cool like that. And speaking of that, Rainbow Curse does have a nice healthy dose of challenging gameplay, which is something you wouldn't expect from a Kirby game, since they are usually simple platformers that anyone can jump into and play. I died multiple times throughout my playthrough of Rainbow Curse, and it was very welcoming to see, as it got me to flex my line drawing skills like no tomorrow. Rainbow Curse wasn't a game that I was dying to get my hands on, but now that I've experienced what it has to offer, man is it a total blast. I love it. It offers up such a unique gameplay experience that is unlike anything on the Wii U currently, making it a game that is quite refreshing. Plus, it's one of the few games that really takes advantage of the Wii U gamepad, rather than relegating it to a place to store your map. Kirby and the Rainbow Curse offers plenty of inventive ways to keep the line drawing gameplay engaging, whether that be through transformations or even the environments themselves. You can turn the lovable puffball into a rocket, tank, or submarine, with each transformation feeling distinct and offering new ways of maneuvering or attacking. Plus, Kirby will get dropped into water at times, and here the gameplay essentially gets inverted, since Kirby is a floaty kind of guy and is constantly trying to rise to the top, and you need to create lines above him so he stays under. And beyond that, there's even more that will keep you scribbling on your gamepad like a madman. Throughout its 7 worlds, with each packing 4 stages each, there really isn't much in the way of a dull moment. The line drawing certainly makes Rainbow Curse a standout game, but that's not really what I found to be the main draw to why I like playing each stage so much, but rather, it's because of the overload of collectibles. One thing I love about the new Super Mario Bros. Series are the hard to reach gold coins, and Rainbow Curse offers something very similar to that with the addition of several treasure chests placed throughout most stages. These chests are filled with figurines that you can gawk at and read a little description of, and music that you can listen to, so it's pretty rewarding. They really help each stage to not feel so linear, as you are constantly searching around for secret areas housing these puppies, and it keeps you quite occupied. But that's not all. If you haven't noticed from the footage being shown, golden stars are littered throughout the levels. Alongside them giving you an uber strong attack to break through steel blocks and big bad enemies when you collect 100 of them, the game also counts the number of stars you collect overall and awards you a bronze, silver, or gold medal at the end of each level. And you're going to want to try and get as many gold medals as possible, as this is how you unlock many of the 40 extra bite-sized challenge stages. And surely that would be enough to keep you busy, but nope, there's more. Each level ends with a roulette wheel of sorts, and you need to roll into one of the items spinning around on it. There is one prize on there every time that is a collectible, and that is a page in the adorable hand-drawn secret diary. So, needless to say, Kirby and the Rainbow Curse is jam-packed with a ton of delicious content that will have you coming back to previously beaten levels and keep you busy for a good number of hours. If there was one negative thing about this game, it would be that every single boss, excluding the final boss, gets reused once. The bosses are certainly fun, each with their own unique quirks and means of being defeated, but they all receive a reskin as you continue to make your trek through each of the 7 worlds, and you defeat them the same exact way. Sure, the environment surrounding the bosses change, making making it more difficult to flatten their clay bodies, but it would have been welcoming to have a wholly unique boss each time. Maybe even have one centered around Kirby in a basket, because those gameplay segments were awesome. Nonetheless, the game is still a joy to play as is. Up to 3 friends can also join you locally on your clay escapade and play as different colored Waddle Dees in a more true platforming fashion, as these little heroes can actually run and jump. I prefer just playing alone though, as the multiplayer will probably just make the game easier, considering the Waddle Dees have unlimited lives and can go all kamikaze to get hard to reach items. But hey, if you don't want to go all Lone Ranger, Waddle Dees control and play quite well. Kirby and the Rainbow Curse does also support Amiibo, in that you can tap Kirby, King DDD, or the elusive Meta Knight on the gamepad, and receive some stat buffs. Kirby gives, well, Kirby unlimited usage of his Star Dash, King DDD gives him extra health, and Meta Knight gives Kirby a stronger attack. Even though I don't have any of these 3 specific amiibo, I'm not exactly a fan of what they add to the game, since they, in a way, act as cheat codes to make the game easier on yourself, which I don't really want to do. But hey, to each their own. Some may actually want these extra abilities, and I'm totally fine with that. Nintendo also really went out of their way to make Kirby and the Rainbow Curse as unique and identifiable as possible, because everything in the game world is made out of malleable and colorful clay. Characters and environments have that dimply and handcrafted look that really looks like clay brought to life. Plus, Nintendo even went the claymation route and made certain movements a little more choppy to give it that authentic look. With the added perk of the Wii U supporting HD visuals, the game looks amazing on the television. Unfortunately, since the game is played via the gamepad screen, you're not going to be able to see those beautiful visuals in all their grandeur often, since the gamepad does have a lower resolution. Even though the colors may look more washed out than what is shown on the TV, it still looks great on the gamepad nonetheless. On the other hand, the music is sublime, covering a variety of different themes, ranging from the happy-go-lucky main menu theme, the mellow grasslands theme, the dramatic volcano panic tune, or even the rocking piece called Brave in the Storm. There's actually a bunch of music crammed into Kirby's latest outing, and some of the treasure chests that you find will have music taken from Kirby's past adventures, like Kirby Mass Attack or Kirby's Air Ride. Kirby and the Rainbow Curse has a delightful and quite extensive soundtrack that will help keep your ears occupied as you squiggle, squiggle, and squiggle some more. I'm usually not a huge fan of Kirby's solo adventures because of their easy nature, but Kirby and the Rainbow Curse is a fantastic game for the Wii U that I highly recommend you check out. It wasn't a game I was super hyped for heading into its release, but I'm glad I took it for a spin because I thoroughly enjoyed it. It offers up engaging, unique, and sometimes challenging gameplay with its focus on the gamepad, marvelous clay-like visuals that really makes this game shine and set itself apart from the vast gaming world, and a great helping of replay value that makes the $40 asking price totally worth it. So, in all, the GamingPixelShow.com thinks Kirby and the Rainbow Curse is an amazing game, and that will bring us to the end of this review. And if you like what you saw, please give this video a thumbs up and add your favorites and all that good stuff, and you can stay tuned for more videos in the future. But I will talk to you in the next video, guys. Bye!